are very hospitable, nice, kind, loving, caring, amazing. I'm really amazed by their akhlaq, by their manners.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
You've been in the field of da'wah for a very long time. What are your latest readings on the situation? We hear quite a bit from people in the US that intellectual apostasy is on the rise and the youth are grappling with this. What is your own assessment on that?
Unfortunately, it is true. It is on the rise, but did not get to the high alert level yet. And we as da'iyas and teachers and shuyukh and a'imma, we are doing our best to avoid the spread of this most dangerous phenomenon. How? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we have many conferences, we have conventions, we have regular ta'aleem on a daily basis in the masajid. We started something in America around, I would say, probably 8-10 years ago, that the masajid start hiring youth director.
Okay.
And in the past, I was telling Sheikh Yusuf that Imam was everything. Now we have Imam for Salat, Imam for Ta'aleem, Imam for Tarbiyah, one for youth, one strictly for Tahfiz, and they're all working together to help the community rise. So a lot of effort is being put from our side to keep them on the path and show them the beauty of Islam. We introduced now, many of the masajid have introduced basketball courts,
Okay.
have many introduced soccer fields, pickleball, I don't know what you call it
Yes.
here. So they have introduced many things, ping pong, rooms which has ping pong and
Wow.
foosball, and in order to attract the youth to the masajid. And alhamdulillah, in many communities it's working. Of course, it's all with the help of Allah and the sincere intention from the muallimeen.
What are some of the ways that we can deal with this crisis globally as a ummah?
We have to get along. When the youth look at their elderly that they respect and they admire and they consider as their role models, and they see them constantly arguing and fighting and calling each other names, it's very disappointing for them.
Yes.
And we all know, Sheikh, that the new generation is different than ours, completely different. Sometimes we want to implement things that we learned 50 years ago and try to, or think that it will work with this new generation. We have to, just like you update your phone every few years, you update your
Yes.
iOS every few months. Similarly, we have to update, as long as it's in the spectrum of Islam, we have to update the way we use with our youth. And they really get very affected, and they tell you, oh, every time we go to the masjid, the uncles are fighting, or the uncles, for example, one brother, young 18-year-old, mashallah, very, very smart, very mature. He walked into the masjid with a short.
Yes.
The uncle starts screaming and yelling at him, don't you know where you are? How dare you walk into the masjid like this? And he said, I respected him and I went to make wudu. And then I have my thawb in my bag. And I put it on and I prayed. But Sheikh, he was talking to me. He said, Sheikh, wallahi, if it was any other youth, he would never come to the masjid again. I was playing soccer. I stopped and I left the game to come pray in the masjid. And I get yelled by a man, by a person, by an uncle that's supposed to be, he loves me. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I walked in, he just caught me there. But if he saw me after 2 minutes, he would have seen me with a beautiful thawb going to pray. So these things, we have to be very careful about the impact of these statements that we utter. So the youth are different now. You have to be very gentle, very kind with them, but at the same time stern in a way that you would make them love the deen and know that the deen has boundaries also. So we have to fix our akhlaq. We have to make the youth say, you know what? I want to become like Uncle Habib.
Subhanallah.
I want to become like him. Look how he's so respected. He's always elegantly dressed, nice and clean. I want to become like him.
Mm.
But when they come in and they see the yelling and the screaming and constantly hellfire, hellfire, you're going to hell. Ya akhi, what kind of God is this?
Yeah.
This is what the kids are saying. Maybe sometimes they don't tell us, Habib, but this is what they're thinking.
Yes.
What is this? I already pray and I have no clue what I'm saying. Already you're adding to me that I'm going to hell also. So we have to, Allah Himself, Jannah, Nar,
Mm.
Jannah, Nar, both.
Yes. Yes. Finally, is there thirst within the youth for the deen? Do they want to come closer to Allah? The reason why I ask this is that sometimes we look at a very bleak picture, but those who are on the ground, they say otherwise. They said that there's a lot of thirst and yearning within the youth also to reform and to become better people.
This is the only way for our Islam to rise and flourish again is through them.
Mm.
That's why it's a huge investment. We have to be extremely careful. Think that you only have $100,000. That's it. You don't have anything else, and all your future depends on this. So you have to be extremely cautious where you spend it, where you invest it. Huh? So similarly, we have to be very careful and how with the youth. How can we invest with them to make them love this deen? To make them love the deen. And I
Mm.
found out one of the best ways to do that is to let them or teach them from a young age who is Allah,
Subhanallah.
Ma'rifatullah. Because, Sheikh, if they know who's Allah, Wallahi, there's nothing left except loving Allah. And when
Subhanallah.
they love Allah, they will obey Allah. And when they obey Allah, they're done.
Indeed. It's been a pleasure chatting to you this afternoon, and we, inshallah, look forward to your talk this evening. Jazakallah khairan.
Barakallah. Thank you for having me.
Assalamu
Jazakallah khair.
alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So,
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد